Hello everybody! Welcome back to another Hobby Night live stream. I feel like we just saw each other not too long ago. Perhaps we did even. Perhaps you joined me yesterday on one of my 2 live streams where I painted up Zeb, who I'm still incredibly happy with. Like, I will continue to show him off. Nothing you say will stop me. And then we also got started on Hera before we had to stop because it got...
Alright, what's going on in here? Rebellious things going on here. Secessionist things. We just fought a war, you know.
We're not secessionists. We're not secessionists. We're definitely rebels here. We're on the same side. Aren't you an Ahsoka trooper? We're friends with Ahsoka. I don't think you'd be wearing those colors still anymore then. You're slightly, you might want to scoot like slightly to this. There you go. There you go. Now they can see you. I know. He can't see out of the helmet very well. You look amazing. Here, do you want to sit? Or like, you're just gonna... It actually has a speaker in it, which is really cool. Hello, Havman, Bob, and Raul. Hello, hello, hello. It's lovely to have you all here. As I was saying before, apparently Order 66 was occurring, and we were no longer on the same side as the clones. Very sad. Don't like that at all. Let's get back over to this side. We started Hera yesterday. Come on, camera. You can do it. I believe in you. Don't... There you go. Okay, so we started Hera yesterday. I think she's looking fantastic so far. I think the green we ended up using, which is just the same color that I used for my orc flesh, worked really well on her, but that khaki green undertone that we did really helped. I think it just adds a nice little highlight. We're also going to work on Chopper today, because we actually got him primed up and ready yesterday too. We really went hard on the whites on him, just because of how many light color tones he has. But we're going to work on Chopper today as well, and that is my goal. We're going to try to get 2 miniatures done. Yeah! However, before we do that, I wanted to show you the absolute tiniest B1 miniature I've ever seen. He is so tiny. Look at this little guy. Look how adorable he is. Okay, for scale... Here's
a helmet. I was going to come in and put this on your head, but I forgot you had the headphones
I have headphones on,
yes.
Yes. So, for scale, here's Sabine from Imperial Assault. Look how little this B1 is. It's so cute. So, I believe this is from the pandemic version of Star Wars The Clone Wars, which I think is just called Star Wars The Clone Wars, but I'm pretty sure it's the pandemic game for Star Wars. I'm gonna possibly be playing it later today. I'm very excited, but I had to show you because these are some of the miniatures that come with it, and they're not quite epic scale. They're super not quite epic scale, because I think if they were epic scale, this would be the size of a dreadnought. However, it's so adorably small. I've never seen them this small. The other thing that I discovered that I had to show you is I actually opened up the box for the expansion of Imperial Assault that I'm going to be running. And I saw what the other miniatures in there were, because as much as I'm excited and very eagerly painting up all of these Rebels miniatures, they are not guaranteed to come into the game. The box was fighting me, did not want to stay upright. So these guys are not actually guaranteed to come into the game. These are characters that Chaos Cultists might be able to recruit and have add in if he like gets them as rewards for completing missions or possibly saves them. Like, I haven't actually looked at what the scenarios are yet, but he's not guaranteed to necessarily be able to even bring Zeb or Hera or Sabine or any of them in. I'm hoping that he'll be able to, because I had opportunities to bring in like Luke and Han. I got Han a lot. Actually, I did not want to bring him in. I brought Chewie in. Chewie was fun to play with. But I got those options for some of the earlier Star Wars characters, so I'm hoping he gets plenty of options to bring these guys in. But those aren't the actual main miniatures that you play with. But you want to know what are? All of these adorable Loth Cat miniatures. Look at them. Look how cute they are. They're so precious, and there's so many of them. There's 4 bases of them, and I want to paint them. So at some point I'll be painting these as well. They're just so darn cute, but I saw those in there and I was like, I have to show these off. How adorable. I really need to go to like Game Castle or another game store and get some more primer because I am very low on primer. I don't even know if I have enough to prime up Ezra and Kanan, and I still have them to paint up for the core Ghost crew. Okay, enough gabbing. Let me switch over to my Hera turnaround. I'm happy with how... I do see one section on her lekku. I remember the name. Ha! On the lekku that I missed. Hello, Richard and Darkside Bob, as well as Otto and Black Rifle Motto Works. Hello, and Scotty B, welcome. See that you guys have all arrived. Lovely to have you here. Nice. Well, Black Rifle Model, I hope you learn a lot about miniature painting today. So just to go over what we have done, for those of you that may have missed yesterday's stream. So we started off with both of these miniatures primed up in a just standard gray primer. I used what I had from the Army Painter, which I think is just called literally standard gray or something like that, or mechanical gray. I can't remember specifically, but I just went with a neutral gray tone. After that, I went ahead and Nuln Oil washed both of the models fairly heavily to make sure that I got some shadows popping in there, which is why you see some darker colors, especially on, like, in the band here on Chopper. Then what I did after that is, on Chopper, I just went with a pure, heavy white dry brush. And the idea with this is to get a grisaille effect. If you're not familiar with grisaille, and maybe you've heard the term slap chop, it's the same thing. It is basically doing an undercoating that allows you to emphasize your shadows, midtones, and highlights before you ever start applying color. And I think it originated in France, hence the name. But on Hera, we actually did something a little bit different. I still did the basic grisaille technique. We still did the Nuln Oil and everything, but I did 2 separate dry brushes on her. One of them was with Khaki Krieg, or Krieg Khaki, sorry, I said it backwards, which is a Citadel color, which has a nice sort of olive green undertone to it, which is why I used it, but it's very, very pale still, so it still works as a nice highlight color. And then after that, I went back in with the normal white. Just wanted to cover that since you are new and maybe are trying to learn a little bit about miniature painting, and since we did our prep process last night, I just wanted to cover it and everything. But exactly, yeah, grisaille is just essentially underpainting. I really like the technique. I'm actually very fond of it. And it works especially well with contrast paint, which is what I used on both my Panzer. Well, I used some contrast paint on the Panzer. I didn't use all contrast paint on it. I did use some Tamiya paints as well. If you watch the video, you'll know that. But we did use some shades and everything on that as well. And so we're going to be using contrast paints today. All right. Now that we had our brief rundown covered. All right, let's go ahead and get to painting. I do need a little bit of this green back out that I used for her flesh tone because I saw on her lekku that I missed a little part, but I don't think I'm familiar with Moopsie. Although I've not watched that much Star Trek either. Mostly DS9. There it is. There. I think we were just a little pale on that one side where the highlight was. I also noticed a little bit on her face that I think I had missed. There we go. Yep, right there. Okay, how am I going to get that without getting too much? Maybe if I come in from this angle? Okay, there we go. I think that's a little bit better. Yeah. Now, let's go ahead and move on. I think we're gonna do kind of what we did on Zeb with his, like, the back pieces here. We just reglazed the khaki creek color on because it kind of worked for an off-white bonish color. And her shirt is actually very, very similar, at least visually on my screen, to this. So that's what we're going to go with. Chopper is a killer utility bot. You're right. He is a little bit of a war criminal. But you know what? I still love him. He is the best little droid. One of my favorites, but you know, now that I say that, I do like them. I do like my droids murderous, because IG-11 is one of my other favorites, and he's literally an assassin droid. And then there was, what's the robot that's hanging out with Andor? I almost wanted to call him K9, but I don't think that's correct. That's also a word for a dog. And also, I don't think correct. But you guys remember who I'm talking about, right? Oh, it's actually not that. It's my hand. It wants to focus on my hand whenever I bring my hand in. And so it starts to not work with it. Alright, let's see. Yeah, because the focus isn't doing anything now. Oh, Chopper would absolutely feel completely at home in 40K. Understand. Go. Alright, and then what part of her shirt? I think it's like this section here. Sorry if you can't see this part. It's a little bit close in there. There we go. I think that works. I'm going to get a little bit more paint on the brush. C-3PO would run. He wouldn't survive. Nice! Do you use your R2-D2 in Firefight? That's great. What faction does he fit into? I always thought Firefight... I thought Firefight was a little bit more... Well, I guess no, they're more sci-fi than fantasy, aren't they? They just have that orc faction in the same way that, like, 40K does. Or I don't think they're called orcs, but, like... whatever their green skin faction is. Alright, Is that... Is there any other place where we'd see this outside of her arms? Not really, actually. A little bit... Probably right there. Give that a little highlight. Okay, cool. That is feeling pretty good. Let's go ahead and move on to the next color that's going to be a little bit more recessed, and that is a nice sort of taupey brown, actually. So, what do I want to do for that? Gargak Sewer is going to be too saturated. Speed paint's... Do I think it's speed paint brown? I don't think so. I think it's more leather, and I haven't bought the newest set of speed paints. What to do for my browns? Snakebite's not gonna work. Nazdrag is too yellow. Dark Oath is going to be too red. Gargak Sewer's too dark. Fire Slayer's too dark. That's very gray. I think you're too orange. Argo Stone's maybe too yellow. I'm noticing that we don't have any good taupey browns with contrast colors. Maybe Wildwood if I thin it a lot, actually. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna do that, because Gorgonjo I think is definitely gonna be too orange. Where is my Wildwood? Oh, Rattling... no, that's gonna be too gray. Okay, where's Wildwood? Is it here? Okay, here it is. Here's my plan. I'm gonna try thinning this a lot. Because otherwise it's gonna be super dark, and it's gonna be way too dark. But if I can thin it, I actually think I can get it to look... Still worried it's gonna be way too dark. Alright, we're gonna do this gently. We're gonna start with her boots, because her boots are actually the same color as her gloves and top, so... Okay, yeah, I can get this to work. I just have to go real thin. It'll take a little bit of time, maybe, to build up, but... That's the proper taupey brown that I was wanting. Can't wait till we're actually working on the orange portion of her outfit. It's gonna be so fun. And when we do that, I'll probably work on choppers too. I think I'm gonna use the same orange for them. Hello, Go For It Painting! Welcome to the stream! Hope you're having a good day today. We just got started on working back on Hera and Chopper today. There we go. Yeah, that's looking good. Keep pressing forward. Let's do the gloves next. I think those will be easy to get to. Oh no! I'm so sorry to hear that you were in a car accident. I hope you're okay. I mean, it sucks that your miniature got obliterated, but hopefully you're alright. So sorry. Yes, absolutely. Go for it. Painting is absolutely correct. You all should hit the like button, especially if you're enjoying the content. Or you just want to support the channel. Alright, let's get the glove the rest of the way painted. I'm really happy that this worked out. I was really worried it wasn't going to be as taupey as I wanted it to be. But it is. Forgot the side of the glove. I'm being really extra delicate because I don't want to hit her face accidentally with some of this brown paint. But I do want to make sure I get the backside of the gloves so they don't look unpainted. There we go. It's looking better. There we go. I think the brown is standing out a bit more now. Hello, Sean! Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well today, sir. Hello, Mercarion! Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you guys are doing great. We're working some more on our Star Wars miniatures. Oh my gosh. Okay, you guys weren't here, Mercarion and Sean. Look at this tiny droid. Hold on, it's not focused. I know it's very small, camera. Look at how cute he is. He's so tiny. This is from the pandemic version of the Clone Wars, where the droids spread like diseases. I'm gonna be playing it later today, and I saw those as Chaos Cultist was setting it up, and I was like, they're so cute! My goodness! Alright. Oh, I completely missed inside of the glove there. Do I want to do another pass on the boots? You know, I actually do. They're a little bit darker. Yeah, that's looking much better. I'm not going too dark. There we go. Okay. I'm happy with that. I think we now need to work on her belt and shoulders, which are also done in this color. So... Or not belt, her, sorry, I was looking at her belt, which is probably the next thing I want to work on. Actually, I'll probably do the orange next. The chest armor and her shoulders are... I guess she must be wearing leather armor. I never really realized. There we go. That is looking really nice. Make sure we get all of the pauldron. No, it's not a pauldron. Is that a... what's the word for... What's the word for the shoulder? Is it pauldron? Am I getting that correct? Hello, Emma! Welcome to the stream! Oh no, Richard, I'm so glad that you and your dog were okay. Goodness, the fact that you had your animal in the car with you also when you were rear-ended, that's terrifying. I would have flipped out if my cats had been in the car with me. But I'm glad that you guys are fine. I'm sorry that you had some of your miniatures destroyed. That really sucks. But at least you guys are okay. That's the most important thing. You have your pet in the car with you. Oh my gosh, I would have been so terrified. Okay, now I need to get a little bit more paint back onto my palette because it's all either been used up or dried up. Where did I put the wild wood? Ah, there it is. Off to the side. And then we can paint for Curus. Oh, well, Emma, no worries. If you are able to get back on at the library, no problem. If you aren't, you can always watch it later. I appreciate you stopping in. We're going to be going to it until we have both Chopper and Hera painted up, so at least probably the 2 hours that we normally do, maybe a little longer. It really kind of depends. I will be taking a small lunch break, probably in about a half an hour or so, because I will be hungry. And also my cats will probably be hungry. So I'll probably need to feed them too. I'm surprised, honestly, that they haven't continued to meow at me. Kita was meowing at me a lot prior to me getting started, but she has ceased since. I don't know why. Oh, Sean, thank you so much for the project funds. I really appreciate it. Okay, we've got our color back. Let's go ahead and do this. I'm gonna make that little patch or whatever on her Curus a little bit of a different color tone. They don't really indicate it being a different color on this figure, but I also don't think it's fully one-to-one with this, like the detail this miniature has, so it'll be fine. We'll make it work. I'm being very delicate because of her lekkus. I desperately do not want to get brown paint on her lekkus. Because that would suck. Her shirt actually is a turtleneck. I just realized. It's not like a necklace or something that she had on. So let me adjust some paint there too. Oops. I bumped the camera. Sorry about that. I bumped the camera so hard I pushed it more into screen. Okay. Now let's try this. There we go. That's looking better, and then I just want to bring a little bit. There we go. Okay, I like that a lot. I'm very happy with what we're getting accomplished on her. A little bit of brown that I missed on her shoulder piece there. I noticed it. Oh, yep. There we go. Perfect. Okay, now I don't... Oh, there's a little bit left, actually. She has these round things over here. I think where her ears might be are in brown, so let's get that. So get it to refocus on me and not... or the miniature. Well, Sean, I appreciate you. Oh no, when you don't bring your dog, you get sour faces with your wargaming community. No! Well, I mean, people do love fluffy animals, and if you have a very cute, adorable doggo, I can understand why. Well, he might get a lot of attention. Ah, ah. Get off. There we go. Okay. I'm so glad I noticed that. I just got like a bunch of brown on her sleeve. That was almost a disaster. Still need a little bit brown back there. Okay, I need to switch to a slightly smaller brush. That's the problem. Where is my tiny yellow handled god hand brush? Where is it? What is it? Screwdriver? Nope, that's definitely not it. Well, shoot, where is it? Let me check where my brush rack is real quick. I need to find a specific brush so that I can get a tiny detail in here. One moment. I almost pulled the cord. I want you to know I've activated my cat accidentally. He has decided, oh, I have made eye contact with Mother. I must now hang out and try to get food. Are you leaving? Alright, goodbye. He's given up already, apparently. Alright. I don't know what happened to my tiny... This is gonna fray too much. What did I do with it? Not in there. Well, I'll just have to open a new one, I guess. You know what? Actually, this might be good. So I have these God Hand brushes I was sent that have very short handles on them and very tiny tips. Oh, I bet it's in here, isn't it? Haha, there it is. I'm dumb. Alright, so this is the one I was looking for. So they're just very tiny brushes. I like them a lot, though, because they have such small tips and handles that I feel like they're very easy to control and get into recesses. So that's what we're hoping to do. Has worked. Just gonna do one more pass over these. There we go. And then I think the band on her head, like her goggles, needs to be also in brown. So we're gonna keep using this, but we're gonna get a little bit more paint because we need it. If I can find where I put it down again. There it is. Are you, like, cleaning glass doors, Sean? Or are you building some glass doors? Jack, I'll feed you in a minute, okay? You gotta give me like 20 more minutes. Oh, he just lapped his little chops at me. Okay, I am going to get this little bit of brown done, and then I'm gonna go feed the cats and take my little break. A smidge earlier than I originally intended, but I think it'll be fine because they are hungry. Oh, I know, I hear you. Alright. I think that is looking pretty good. Only other thing that appears to be brown that I can tell is this little segment of her torso. So let's get a little bit more paint to take care of that, because I don't know where I set down my other paint. Probably just had just enough on the brush. Oh, you're building it! That's really cool! That's awesome. How long does that normally take you from, like, start to finish? Okay, there we go. The little bit of brown on that. Yeah, I'm really happy with how Hera's coming out. No, I just realized that I think the covering on her boots are also the same color as her top. Kind of taupey colored, so I'm gonna do that real quick too. That's cool. 12 hours with, like, reclaimed materials? That's honestly way faster than I would have. I mean, I have no skill with that, so I imagine it would take me ages, but that's so cool. I hear you, boy. Don't worry. It's happening in just a moment, okay? I don't know why I'm using the big brush. I need to switch over to the small one again. Because I just realized I didn't paint that section of her top. Okay, that looks better. Is it? Yeah, I think it will when it's dry. Okay, with that done, I don't know if you guys can see him. Hold on. Do you see him just sitting there in the door Like, not in the main door, but if you look past, he's like right there. He's just been sitting there, meowing at me like a cutie. I hope you guys can see him. Alright, I'm gonna go feed him, get myself a little bit of something to eat as well, and then when we come back, we'll continue working on Hera and Chopper, and it'll be fantastic. So don't go anywhere. Give me like, what time is it right now? So I'll be back probably at noon. Exactly. Because they take about 15 minutes or so to eat, give or take, depending on how fast they want to scarf. So let's hope they eat fast, and I'll be back very, very shortly. He is a little spy, isn't he? He's a very cute, adorable, fluffy spy. Anyways, I'm going to go give him some food now. He's been very patient. Hello, everybody. I have returned. The cats have been fed. They're happy and content now. And we can start working on the orange. I'm very excited. Okay, so I'm thinking Griphound orange for this. Oh, maybe I should do Fire Slayer. Not Fire Slayer, maybe I should do the speed paint. Was it? Fire Giant? No, I think we're gonna do Griphound because I want it to kind of match the yellow that I did on Luke because he was in his flight suit and she's in a flight suit. So it'll canonically be together because they're both rebels. There we go. So that's my logic. All right. And we're gonna do the same color on Chopper. Let's do Miss Syndulla first. I'm gonna thin this a little bit with some water. Okay. I should probably keep it on my Hera reference if I'm gonna, you know, work on her next. Thank you for subscribing, Yukyon Memnon? I hope I said that correct. I probably didn't, and if I didn't, I apologize. But welcome to the channel. Go. This is looking exactly how I'd hoped it would. I love this orange color so much. Perfect fall orange, in my opinion. If you're painting like Halloween miniatures. Oh yeah, get some Griphound orange. Oops, sorry. Slid off camera a smidge. There we go. Get the inner thigh. Make sure to avoid the straps if we can, because those are going to be very pale. Although we can also just, like, reprime them in white. You know, let's just keep moving on. We got a bunch of paint still on our brush. The lower half. Amazing. These are contrast paints, yes. I imagined I probably did. I am really sorry. I am terrible with names, so I do apologize about that. But welcome anyways, and thank you for being in chat. And yes, these are contrast paints. This is Griphound Orange that I'm using right now. And we're working on some Imperial Assault miniatures. Specifically from the Tyrants of Lothal expansion. Because I do love me the Rebels series. for Star Wars. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I'm feeling good about how that's looking. Her butt's drying very well. Excellent news. I really like them. I think they are very fun to use, especially with a grisaille technique or slap chop if you prefer. I think they work really beautifully with that. But I also totally get that they're not for everybody. Some people like a paint that doesn't quite flow as easily. It's maybe a little harder to control, I have found, for some people. I actually am the opposite. I find it a little bit harder to control non-flowy paints because they get, like, sticky, in my opinion, but I completely get it. I've been trying to expand my horizons a little bit, though. I have been trying to use more base paints in my projects. But I still do find working with contrast to be a good way to at least get a foundation on it, even if I want to go back in and do highlighting later, or even if I don't, I just have a good foundation to work with. That's why I like the grisaille with it, though, because it really enhances the way the contrast paint already works. Okay, I'm going to concentrate for a moment, because I need to do a little bit of the section that's around her waist that's next to her belt that I don't want to get too much paint on, and I also need to do the little hooks that the belt go through that are attached to the pants. Okay, it's going well. I think that's the strap for... Okay, yeah, that is the strap for the loopy thing, so we're not going to paint that one, but this one needs to be painted in orange. So that's part of her pants. Amazing, okay. Don't get any orange on the lekku, Angela! I think I did, thank goodness. Okay. Okay, I think we're good on dear Hera. With that color, at least. Because there's no other orange on her, right? Yeah, it's just her pants. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy with how that turned out. Here, let me bring it closer and let her focus. There we go. She's looking sharp. We need a little bit more of an orange tone there. Yeah. But overall, looking really nice. Ooh, that edge. Okay. Yeah, let's move on to Chopper. I'm gonna set Hera aside. Bring Chopper over. So his top half is mostly what's orange, but he does actually have a significant amount of yellow on him too. So we'll want to be a little bit mindful of what we're painting. But let's go ahead and get a little bit more paint down. little bit of water with it. Thank you. Dude, painting Star Wars Legion is so fun. They are some great models. These are actually from Imperial Assault, which is a Fantasy Flight board game. So they're not quite to the same scale as the Legion miniatures, I don't think. Like, I think they're a smidge smaller. But I've actually not compared them specifically. Do I have any? I do. No, those are Shatterpoint. I do. No, haha, I do have some. Alright, he's an in-progress lad from Legion. Yeah, see? So, okay. Let me show you. So this guy here, he's a Legion miniature from my Shadow Collective set that I still need to finish painting. I still have not done that. And then obviously Hera here is from Imperial Assault, so he's bigger. For even further comparison, look at how tiny this droid is. It's oh my god, why do they make so many games in so many different scales? Good lord. But yeah, so not quite the same scale as Legion. I don't know if I'd be able to use these in it. I mean, I probably could at home because my partner wouldn't care, but I don't know if I could at like a game store or something. They probably might care a little bit, especially if it was a official competition. But yeah, you should totally work on some more of your Star Wars Legion. Great game. That makes sense. I know a lot of people use wet palettes for their base colors. Completely understand that. I have one, actually. I have a Red Grass Games one and an Army Painter one, actually. But I have yet to really use them much. Okay, let me identify... I see. So those lines are going to end up being yellow. Okay. Thank you, Keith. I think so too. I think it's coming along quite well. I really do love this orange color tone. It's so nice. The top portion? No, it's white. Okay, good. Glad I didn't accidentally paint it. Alright, Chopper is looking good so far. I think we need to do this bottom rim. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Oh my god, Michael, me too. Bad Batch and Shatterpoint is gonna be amazing. Oh, it's gonna be cool. It'll be interesting to see how they, like, divide them up, too. If we get 2 techs, maybe? Or not techs, I'm blanking on his name. And I thought maybe keeping my eyes closed and concentrating would help me remember. It's not Deadeye. It's not Deadshot. Why can't I remember his name? Sean, welcome. It is going quite well. What's his name? I'm gonna look it up. Crosshair! I don't know why I never fucking remember his name, but I never remember Crosshair's name. I wonder if they'll give us 2 different Crosshairs, like a good Crosshair and then a bad Crosshair. And by bad, I mean like working for the Empire Crosshair. Okay, that is Chopper's orange bits done. While we actually have him out, because we're gonna need to move on. I want to do the blacks and grays on Hera next. And Chopper has a bunch of those too. So let's just go ahead and stick with him for a moment. And where is my Basilicanum Gray? There it is. Alright, starting with the grays. These panels on the side are gray on Chopper. So let's dab those. You know, I actually don't know what color his arms are, and the turnaround that I have aren't showing me. Oh, they're gray too! Sweet. I thought they might be. I was like, I feel like I remember them just being a mechanical gray. Alright, I think that's one side pretty much done. Just checking it from all of the angles. Cool, perfect. Now let's do the other side. Oh yeah, no, he will totally be a bruiser in the game, you're right. That'll be fun. Man, I can't wait for the next season of Bad Batch. I forget, do we know when that's happening? I've been so focused on the live action stuff because of Ahsoka coming out that I actually forgot to look and see when, how soon we were to the next season of Bad Batch. I'm also curious if we'll see Omega at all in, like, any of the live action stuff. Since she's aging normally, she in theory would be the same age as Boba Fett. like, maybe even a little bit younger, actually. I don't know if she's the exact same age as Fett or not. Like, I don't know if they were, like, created at the same time, but she should be younger, so... Oh, nice. Excellent. I'll check that out, Michael. Grievous is really cool. You're not wrong. Okay. Let's keep looking. Oh, that is his arm. Okay. Alright, so that is going to be gray. Perfect. Thank you for subscribing! Alex Gherkin. Welcome to the channel, friend. Okay, that's done. We need this. Those buttons are gray. That little thing is gray. Okay, and then that little thing is gray. And this panel is. Chopper, curse you and your tiny details. Curse you, you little murderous bastard. I can't say mad at him though, he's so cute. Alright, let's go there, go in there. We'll do those chords in a different color. Okay, that's looking good. Now, for his wheels, they're pretty much all gray as well, except for one side. Which would be this side. Okay, so... Except for the bottom. Okay, so the bottom is all gray. I'm just trying to... He's got so many panels, and this miniature is actually not laid out exactly one-to-one with, say, some of the toys or other designs that I've seen for Chopper. So it's a little hard to tell exactly what needs to be what. I'm just gonna kind of use my own decision, I guess. Okay, so that one is done, and then on the other side, we're just doing the bottom, and then if I see that little cable... I do see the cable, okay. So what we're going to do on this side is this cable here is going to be in gray, and then this bottom, like, covered wheel portion will be. But then the other side will be done in the white. Which I think for that, I'm going to use Holy White, because that's a little bit of a warm... Oh! Maybe I'll use... I might use Soul Blight. Nice. I haven't watched much DC product in a while. Okay, so that looks good and fairly accurate. Apparently this part's also in gray on the non-fully gray side. Okay. And then this under section is that the wheel is connected to, but the wheel itself is we're gonna do it in black. Cool. Alright, I think that is looking good. I'm gonna do like this random panel on the back in gray. I don't know if it is, but I feel like it should be something. And then yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do there. Now, let's go ahead and work on some of the gray on Spindula. Hello, MTB Merrick XQ. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a lovely day today. Probably gonna not need any more gray. I just put a whole bunch on my palette, probably more than I needed. Alright. So I noticed that her boots are in gray. They could also be black, but I'm gonna just make them gray for ease. Okay, that worked out well. Let's do the other side. Okay, cool. So that looks good. Let me check. I think basically the tops of her, yeah, it's just the glasses portion, like the metal part around the rims of her goggles. The goggles, like, colored anything? I don't think they are. I think they're just pretty simple. Okay. And that is literally all the gray that— oh! My paints are attacking. For some reason, Dorn calls, and Dorn Yellow just fell off my tray. I don't know why. I think Wraithbone knocked it off. Maybe the Wraithbone pot's just being a bully. Weird. Alright, well, we're gonna ignore the ghosts that are knocking things off of my shelves, and we're gonna continue moving on. Oh, wait. Sorry, there was one other thing I need to paint up in gray on her. Her gun. I'm also gonna do the little studs on her gloves in gray. Okay, there we go. Now that is done. Which means we can move on. Let's go ahead and do the white, because that'll actually finish up Syndulla. Syndulla just has some white to be done on her, and I think... There it is, Soul Blight. You get this mixed up, and I'm going to compare it to the... Hey, yes, it's clearly a sign that I need to paint up something of the Imperial Fist. You're absolutely right. Hello, Cameron Phillips from Scotland. It's lovely to have you here today. Hope you're having a great day. Oh my gosh, this is going to take forever to shake up. See if the Vortex Mixer has any better luck. Honestly, it really didn't do that much. I am having a great day today. It's a little gray, unfortunately. Like, it's been overcast all morning, and I really wish the sun would come out, but we're approaching that time of the month, honestly. Or not that time of the month. The time of the year, really, for California, where we just get gray skies a lot because we're going into the fall-winter season. So, I guess I gotta learn to deal with it, but I am gonna miss the sun a little bit. I'm sure it'll clear up a little later, but... The Carl R. fog is really hanging around today. Alright. That was not mixed fully up. No, those are not the only Star Wars cartoons. There's been lots of different Star Wars cartoons. Those are just probably, like, the two most relevant right now because they tie into Ahsoka. And they were probably... Clone Wars was definitely the longest running Star Wars cartoon that I can think of because it was 7 seasons. Took a long time to finish, too, because Disney stopped it in between Season 6 and Season 7 for, like, an extended period of time and then brought Season 7 finally back. Like, they started Rebels when Season 6 was still going, I think, or possibly even Season 5. I can't remember now which, and then, like, paused it because they bought it, and then, yeah. See, I wish it was actually raining. I just don't like overcast clouds when there's no rain. Like, I'm perfectly fine. Why is this still not shook up? I'm perfectly fine with overcast skies if it's actually raining, but it hasn't been raining. Whoa, that is a huge jump! Alright, I think that'll have to do. It's gonna just have to do. My arm is tired. Got a little bit of work out there. Oh man, do I have to do my... I think I might have to do ring fit today. That's what I say to that. Is this gonna be too gray? This might actually be too gray. I might... Yeah, I think this is actually going to be too gray. I spent all of that time, and I think it's too gray. I need the white. Holy white it is. My pants are stuck on my cord. There we go. Alright. Do this again. We're using the vortex mixer. Try to speed this thing along. Also, my arms are still tired. Well, Ahsoka's in both. So you could have seen a later season of Rebels, or you could have seen... The bigger question is Anakin in it. Because if you don't see Anakin a lot, then it's probably Rebels that you watched. If you saw Anakin a lot, and the clones a lot, then you probably were watching Clone Wars. I guess the question is, were the Jedi still around, or were they not around anymore? Because they aren't around in Rebels. CZ. Where is CZ, Mr. Mumbles? Ooh, Celestine is such a great model to paint. Is this also going to be too gray? Also, I just stuck my hand in a bunch of black paint. Oopsies. You know what? I think... Bloody hell. Okay, I think I'm going back to the Soul Blight. I think the other one's also looking too gray. So we're just gonna blaze this on softly and hope it works. Okay, yeah, no, this is okay. I just need to really kind of like not let it pool at all. So I just want to soften the grisaille we've already done. And make it kind of look like an off-white. Oh, it's the Czech Republic. Okay, awesome. I thought, I'm gonna look up a map, hold on, because I thought that was a little more north. Oh, because of the sea, though, is where you're getting some of your warmer air from still, isn't it? That makes sense. Let's see, because... World map. Sure, Google, you can know where I am. You already know where I am. Oh my fracking god, no. Alright, please just... Oh, that doesn't actually show me all the country names. How dare you? I guess you're very inland, so maybe that's also why you're getting... Interesting. I just would have thought it would have been cooler for you by now, just being how north you are. But I guess probably not. This is what I know about European climate. What color is her... Oh, wait, her belt's also white. Global warming. No, I've heard a lot of places have been having like really high temperatures, really weird weather, and I'm like, man, that weather, you know, that climate change, it's a thing. It is a thing, and it is fucking with us, and it's making everybody warm, delaying all of our nice cool air. Hera, focus. Focus, my girl. Okay, yeah, this is working really well. I was really worried the Soul Blight wasn't gonna do what I needed it to. It's looking so great directly out of the pot, but it's doing it. It's working. Okay, that's good. More there, and then we need to do the leather of her headgear. Oh, I imagine it might be cold there in New York. That's also been, I mean, you're also very north. But that's the thing that's weird to me is because you're, like, kind of, I mean, you're not exactly, but, like, New York is kind of in line with some of those northern countries in Europe that you would think would be more cold, but they're, like, or I guess, but they end up being, like, more warm, for example. Because, like, I think New York ends up lining up with, like, Rome or something, or, like, or it's along that same line around the globe. And so it's so weird to me that, like, Rome is, you know, canonically known as kind of warm, but New York is kind of known as being very cold. Which is why I would think that, like, Czech would be, like, the Czech Republic would be really cold right now. Weird. Alright, I think that's good. I think Hera might be done. Oh, no, she's not. We have her designs on her lekku stew. So we'll do those in a moment. Let's work on Chopper, because Chopper has a lot of white on him. And yeah, we're gonna go back to the Soul Blight, because I think it's been... Was it melting this summer? Oh no, did it get, like, super hot? Just no breezes from the coast. Hello, Fuyu from Spain. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a great day. All right, let's get our reference for Chopper. I'm back on my screen. We're gonna start on the back side of him because he's got a lot of open space for us to move this paint around on. There we go. Yeah, this is doing exactly what I had hoped it would. Almost too well in some places. Let me get out of the recesses. I want those lines to still show up bold. So the nice thing about the Soul Blight Gravelord color is that, or I think I called it Soul Blight Glare. The Soul Blight Gray, not Gravelord, is that it really will tint even shadows on your piece, which is nice, but at the same time detrimental depending on, like, if you want those shadows to really pop through. So you just gotta kind of be mindful of how you use it. That little panel is supposed to be, I think, yellow. So we're gonna do that. Chopper, is your eye? No, that's yellow. Okay. However, these bits are what need to be painted in this. There we go. However, you see how like, let it focus. You see how I've kind of lost the depth in the little cameras there on the front because of the paint? We just pull it back out. And brings it back in. And now they're there a little bit more, but that white color tone is still on those top ridges and softened everything, which is nice. Do you want to see if I can clean up that little bit of orange that I got on there? Let me get some actual white out for that, because I don't think the contrast paint's gonna really mask the much brighter orange, but we could probably gently dab it out here. There we go. Tidied up. Perfect. Now let's get back to our contrast colors. Or I guess this is technically a shade. It's not really a contrast color. There we go. This is looking good. Oh, Hot Wheels, that sounds cool. I've never been to Dragon Con before. Which is funny because I actually used to live in Georgia, so you would think that it would have been one I went to, but I never made it up to it. That sounds awesome. Oh, I love when the falls start, like when the leaves start to change. We haven't had leaves change in my area yet. Not really, at least. I'm hoping it'll start happening soon. I do really like the fall season for that reason. All the color change, so pretty. I used to live in the south and in the Appalachian Mountains. You get some gorgeous color changes. Alright, Chopper's looking pretty good. Let's get some of the yellow down onto him, I think. And I think that'll help him stand out a little bit more too. I think we're going to use the same yellow that we did on Zeb, just to try them together. Thank you for subscribing, RS Wheat 25? R Sweat 25. I figured it out. It took me a moment, but I figured it out. Well, okay, so Soulblight Gravelords are a faction in Age of Sigmar. They're the vampire faction, so that makes sense. They totally do. They could be a Dark Souls boss, to be fair. Alright, let's get some of this yellow out. Alright, so there's that little bit, and then this part is yellow too. Okay. And then we've got a tiny bit of yellow there. Okay. Is there any other... panels yellow, and then looks like we got okay, I think that's looking pretty good. Please focus. You can do it. Nope, and really, camera, he's right in front of you, my god. I think I'm gonna do this panel in... Okay, I've seen references that where it has it in blue and where it has it in other colors, and I've not used any other blue on him, so I actually think... Nah, I'm seeing it blue a lot of places. Either blue or gray. You know what? There it's gray, so we're gonna do gray, and that looks like it's actually from the cartoon, so... This is still... that is good. Let's get it a little bit wet. There we go. There. Honestly, I think he might be done. I feel like I need to tone these down a smidge, so I'm gonna glaze them too. They're a little too bright. There we go. But yeah, other than that, I'm actually really happy with him. I think he's looking good. Oh, except that we need to do his wheel. His wheel needs to be, like, black. Needs to look rubbery. Where is my Black Templar? You know what? Actually, we'll use Black Legion for this. We'll go with an even darker black. Oh, Top Secret, Vince, that's awesome. You should get back into making models. It's really fun. Is this unopened? No, it's not. Okay, it just was very, very, very sealed. Alright. There we go. Should we get the back side of the wheel? Great. Alright, cool. That's that. And then I also want to do these little cables in black too. Thank you, Hot Wheels. I think it does too. I'm really happy with them. All right. There's Chopper. Looking fantastic. Here's Hera. Oh! Okay. Before we do anything else, hold on, I need to fix around his eyes. There's something about them that's bothering me. And I don't know if it's just that I didn't get the orange properly around it, or what is happening, but there's something, they stand out too much. Hold on, I gotta fix it. Okay. It's a little bit better. I still feel like they stand out too much. Maybe if I... That looks better to me. They were just popping too much. Okay, now that Chopper is complete, we can come back over to Hera. And for Hera, I think I decided I'm gonna go with the Khaki Creek still. And we need to work on the designs on her lekkus. They're good. Hera. Lekku. Is this a good... Oh, I can't zoom in anymore though. Dang it. Okay, hold on. Oh, Halfman, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. Oh, that does sound fun. Painting Warhammer miniatures in Dublin? Very cool. Alright, I have the gist of what her lekku design looks like, so... we're gonna go for it. Oh, is that actually it? Oh, it is. That's it in earring form. Okay, thank you. That is actually very helpful. Alright, let me look at my original. I don't know how in focus this is going to end up being because of the orientation, but we're going to try this. Okay. That is the first portion. Oh, I don't know. I'm not familiar with the rye field. I'll have to look that up. Okay, let me... I'm just looking to see what... So it looks like there's a line going from here and it curves around. And like it's there. Okay, and then this has a little bit goes off. Okay. Okay. Got a bit more work done. Now it's to do the next little circle-y bit. I also want to be clear, I don't know if I'm doing this 100% correctly, but I'm trying my best. It is coming along, though. I still think it's, like, working. even if it's maybe not fully. It is going better than I expected, though. I use, when I'm working in 28mm, I mean, I still end up using contrast paints, Citadel paints, Army Painter. I use some Tamiya, so that'd be like the newest that I've added to my repertoire, but I don't actually... I don't really switch up if I'm working on like scale models, for example, versus like wargaming models or that kind of thing. I don't actually switch up the brands that I'm using that much. I kind of just use all of them on all of them. Because it's all acrylic paint. It's all gonna, just because they're different brands and they might do something slightly different with their like mediums that they add in, it's all gonna roughly be acrylic paint still. So they should, in theory, function similarly on different types of plastics. Okay, I think there's one like final little pattern to do near the ends. Thank you for subscribing, DMC Kinney 248. Welcome to the stream. Or welcome to the channel, rather. All right. All right, I think that is what I'm gonna do for her lekkus. It's not, I don't think it's 100% accurate, but I think it looks close enough. It definitely still reads as Hera, which is fantastic. It's exactly what I was hoping for. Like, honestly, I'm very pleased. And we also, on top of that, got Chopper done. Although I feel like he still needs... He's not coming... He's a little more white than I still want him to be. I'm gonna attempt something. I'm gonna put some Seraphim Sepia over him. Hone him down just a smidge. A smidgen. Where is my Seraphim? Oop, I bumped everything. There you are. Okay. I'm gonna go in with a very watered down touch. Because I feel like if I look back up Chopper. He's a little less white, so I'm just gonna take some of this, put it on my palette. Okay, get water, Really thin it down, and we're gonna test on the back, okay? We're actually gonna test on the top here. Honestly, yeah, I think that's what it needed. Maybe?
Before Shopify, were you wondering, where are my sales at? But now you're selling with Shopify. You're easily selling online, in person, and beyond.
Oh, that's way
Discover
too
how
dark.
Millions of entrepreneurs use Shopify to ignite their selling. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/YouTube audio.
Okay, yeah, but that brown tone is helping a little bit. It was just, he was too clean looking. Chopper is a dirty boy. Literally, sometimes he has grease stains on him, so I feel like this is helping. Heck, I can't even do this into the orange to dirty that up a little bit too. Because it's orange, it'll just blend in. And that's what the eyes need too, yeah. Alright, that's so much better. I am so much happier with how he looks now. Alright, well, I think with that, look at us. We got done 2 miniatures in roughly 2 hours. I mean, we got a little bit of work done on them yesterday, but I think they go very well together. They look like a team. Oh, there is one thing we need to paint. We need to paint their bases, so let's do that real quick. Chopper, why do you have so much moisture on you? What is happening here? Did you leak? When I put the wash on, did it all just like leak down at one point? Is that what happened? All right, well, regardless, let's get the base done up. And both of our miniatures here. Just helps give him a finished look before we head off. He does look like he's ready to throw some grenades. Chopper's always ready to blow some people up. He is a little war criminal after all. Alright, so Chopper's now officially complete. He's ready. Let's get Hera's base done. She's going to be a little bit more delicate because we don't want to get too much on her feet. Although her boots are black, so it's not that big of a deal if we do. This is one of my favorite things about the Red Grass Gaming paint handle, because it has that spinning top. When you're doing bases, you can just like spin the top and just keep running your brush along and just get that edge real nice. Without too much of a fuss, it's really great. Okay. I think officially now, Hera is also done. Michael, I haven't decided what I'm getting for my Nids next. I do want to get the Norn Queen, because I do just like that model. I also want to look into getting some of the bigger bugs, but I haven't fully researched which of the big bugs I want to grab. Because I actually still haven't managed to go out and get the Tyranid Codex for myself yet. I've been a little angry at how much points changes they've been doing, if I'm honest. And it's really discouraged me from wanting to pick up the book, because I don't actually know if the points in that are going to even be valid, or if I just need to use the ones that are online now, which then makes me go, well, what's the point of me having the book, because I have all of the indexes on the Warhammer apps, so do I need this? So I haven't really decided fully what I'm going to be adding to that list, but I'm sure we'll be talking about that again soon. Right now I've just been on a big Star Wars kick because of Ahsoka being out, and I want to get some models ready for my game of Imperial Assault that I have coming up. Which, I think we now have wrapped up Hera and Chopper. We've got 4 of the 6 Ghost Crew complete, which means that on Tuesday, there's a high likelihood that we'll be painting up Ezra and Kanan, which I am so looking forward to, because I absolutely love Kanan. I like Ezra a lot too, but Kanan is one of my favorite Jedis, so I'm very much looking forward to that. Here, I'm going to switch us to our full screen as we head out. Thank you guys for being here with me today. I hope you enjoyed today's hobby live stream, and to those of you that were able to join me yesterday and everything for my bonus live streams, thank you for that. I really appreciate you guys just being able to jump in whenever possible. It makes it so that I can kind of throw these out whenever I decide I feel like wanting to paint, and it means that people might show up. So I really, really do appreciate you guys being here, having your bell icons hit for notifications for when we go live if you're subscribed. And if you haven't subscribed already, do make sure to do so. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it. It helps encourage me to live stream more and make more content like this. So any and all engagement that you can give us is fantastic. Thank you guys one more time for being here, and I think that's going to be it for me today. I am going to go get a little bit more food. I'm still a little hungry after my light lunch, and yeah, I'm going to have a great rest of the day, and I hope that you do too. Have an absolutely wonderful hobby night, everybody. See you next time.